Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 385. We're here for episodes 19 to 22 of Kyuranger. Now, these episodes in particular wrap up basically two storylines in the show. Basically two storylines, and also kind of partially starts one as sort of introduction to a brand new character. The two storylines wrapped up here is the storyline with Scorpio, Stinger's brother, the Argo storyline, which has been going on for a little while, they've been hinting at this for a little while, and a debut of a new Kyuranger. So, in these episodes, from episodes like, because they tease us toward the end of like, so basically in episode 19, they find the other, like, orb, which is basically being held on this forest planet. And of course, it's under control of the Jack Monitor. Of course it is. So, they find the orb. They find basically this deep forest, but the Guardian has it. And it was given to her by a man named Orion. Which, apparently... Now, first, when she first sees Spada, she thinks he's very handsome. And after the way that Lucky talks to her, she changed her tune where she apparently now is in love with Lucky by the end of the episode. Scorpio takes the particular orb that they're there for, and, well, this basically also leads into, well, Slinger, where he just basically leaves. This is shown at the end of night 18. So there's at the Orion, stings both Guru and Raptor. Again, Guru being infected, but how is Raptor affected? She's a robot. Doesn't make any sense. Steal the other two orbs, just so he can sort of confront his brother and basically end up a fight with him, and also sting himself to decrease basic combat ability. He explains to the octopus lady that this actually is a technique of their clan. This is not something he just really. And at first, basically, of course, everyone else shows up. Also, Kirito, he returns in episode 20. This leads to a fight in the warehouse, which of course leads to him briefly being captured. And of course, all these particular ships meant to absorb the planetanium, the energy that makes the planet, and the fact that, well, Dawn really wants Earth to disappear so badly. And there's also been a big secret, ever since they first showed up, ever since they kind of basically made their task to liberate Earth back in episode 5, like, this has been a recurring plot thread, like, what big secret is on Earth? What does the Dawn, Emerge, really want? Why does he want Earth destroyed? Well, that's revealed in episode 21 of what the heck is going on here. So, in 21, we have one final confrontation where Slinger finally destroys, well, basically defeats his brother. He's turned back to normal, partially, and of course, he's nearly dying, so basically, Scorpio absorbs the venom that the Slinger put in his own body, and then, of course, he uses remaining life force to basically stop this energy from destroying the Kyurangers. Also, Champ comes back after being basically blown to bits in episode 16. He wasn't gone very long. My guess is probably the reason why they had to destroy his suit, briefly. This is my personal theory, that maybe his voice actor or his suit actor got injured or was sick, so they anyway briefly ran around the show so they could basically get better. That or something else was going on. So they wrote the character out of the show, and then the course brought back here. The suit's still there, but not speaking. We also see these dolls. Apparently Slinger made them, which, interesting. So then, of course, Scorpion finally dies. Not killed by Slinger, but the Slinger does defeat him. But he does use his energy, and of course, this is also the very same episode where the Rangers kind of see Dawn emerge, the main villain of the series, though via hologram. Yes, via style of Emperor Palpatine and the Black Cross King. They see him, kind of, but it's only for hologram protection. So, they of course, they find a way to do with, like, there's like a magic base that pops up, and of course, one of those ships. So the commander, Hemi, and Spy deal with that. Everyone else basically finds where the Argo is. So use the orbs, they'll combine into one, and eventually use the Argo orb to basically find it. Apparently the Argo ship is in the river in Tokyo. And it's been there all along. They come surface, they basically have Singer, Champ, Lucky, Karu, and I think Negare. Actually, Negare is on board the ship. These four go on board the ship, and they come across a capsule. And they open up, and there's this very hairy guy inside of it. He's got long hair, his arms and chest are so hairy because he's been inside the capsule. So then, of course, he sees what's going on inside. At first, he doesn't believe them. And then, when they transform, they go, oh yeah, you're actually Kyurangers. Okay. So, then he goes outside, oh, this is what's going on. And then he proceeds to use fire to basically burn all the hair off. And, well, then he transforms into the Phoenix Soldier. That's what the subversion is. Transforms the Phoenix Soldier, destroy, like, the big ship, and shuts down the other ship, saving the planet. And, of course, he's being arrogant about, so, like, I'll see you, like, Paige and his legend. And then, like, they know who he is. So, the very next episode, he decided to pay the Orion a visit with the Argo, which means to get attention by climbing on the window of the ship with the bridges. Yes, seriously. So, he explains about the fact that, like the fact he used to be the president. He does explain where he comes from. So, he was an astronaut, went to space. Though, about he does mention it's been 300 years since he was put in that capsule. 300 years, so he was an astronaut, found the very first Q orb, and then he becomes basically the first Space Federation president. And then the Jock attack, and supposedly, it's real in this episode, 21, that he, I think it was actually 22, he actually supposedly killed Don Emerge, but yet he's alive. And he basically does ask, he realized by the end of the episode he's the one who killed him, but how is he alive? That's a big mystery. So basically, like, he says, oh, you can basically just knock out, I'll do all the fighting now. So the commander is like, oh, I'll give you a beautiful assistant and a chef. So he gives him Raptor and Spada. Yep. So they follow it, and of course he has some random people they've never seen before, and they have no idea what the heck he's like. They've never seen before. And like, okay, let's go to Jock Commander University. I'm like, wait, they have a school on Earth? And apparently this guy's been sort of rewriting history, which, given how some stuff is nowadays, I kind of wish basically this was the case, given the bullcrap it's going with our country, with this country's history. People trying to rewrite it for own purposes. People supposed to create history, not rewrite it. I do agree with that line. That's actually a really good line on the sub, basically translated that. Which, of course, that should be true the way stuff is nowadays. Not going to pull up politics here, or moving on. So, there's this teacher. He's kind of been the one ultimately. Oh yeah, maybe also uses his class, which one of them was actually a purpose character from Go Busters, believe it or not. Yes. So he was like, "Oh yeah, you're on the blacklist." Why he's on the blacklist? That's a mystery. He of course fights him. Of course, Spotty gets hit with this thing, altering history. Like, okay, so you can't hit you can't hit it, but apparently hits basically the other guy. So then, of course, basically, Raptor follows him, and then he hears something, and then he just puts his hand to the wall, and he's like, shush. And you would think that looked like, oh, he's about to kiss her. No, he just turns his ear, and hears something. Spot overreacts, and turns out he actually is, well, fixing her. It's revealed that she is based upon one of his designs. So he is partially one of her creators. Okay. So meanwhile, though, the rest of the group find where this Kyuranger is, was draining a lot of the planet. So, and they find it at this place, which apparently is the guy's science lab. Yes, they don't question about this in the episode, but they probably will. All on a David New Globe, Hercules, which makes Hemi proceed to destroy her jacket, grow muscles, and apparently make her chest go a little bigger briefly, just so she can basically turn off a valve, and of course battle the monster, and of course they also debut his own personal sword. Yes. Known as basically Okay, the thing is called the Kamagoti Gigant House. Which is comprised of 3 different pieces. Haku Voyager, which literally is a rocket. Yes, a rocket. Haru Station, which is basically a satellite. And Haru Base, which the way it comes out, the way it does before it launches off the actual rocket, reminds me a lot of the space shuttles. Which I'm sure that they probably got inspiration from the space shuttles for this particular thing. And it beats them onto that way. And, well, then of course the explanation, the whole thing of like, the whole thing with history is supposed to kill him. A little bit of history, and then the episode ends with debut of 3 brand new characters. Now, I'll name here. I'm not going to name here right now. I'll name the next episode. It is debut of the 3 Vice Shoguns. Now, of the 3 Vice Shoguns, there are 2 guys and 1 woman in this group. I'll review that very next episode of the series. But with this, basically, overall, I have exactly 26 episodes left to go for the whole series. Now, I originally was planning to stop at 30, but I decided to extend it for 3 more episodes to wrap up some loose ends. Yep. So I've got, before my break, about 11 more episodes left to go. I probably won't get back to it today. I'll probably get back to it tomorrow. But next up is a Comic Corner, and then basically it's on to My Hero Academia. That is definite. So y'all, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notification, do that like button. Okay, next view. Bye.